What is up, everybody? Strongarm Panda here, and today I'm bringing you a product review of the BM-800 studio microphone. And, well, I purchased this on February 12th, 2015. Wanted to give it about a couple days, maybe about a week, to test it all out, and this is what you're hearing me from right now. As you can see, it's very nice. I'm going to take off the pop filter. It's a very nice microphone. Bought it that way I could sound a little bit more professional for you guys and produce a higher quality sound and video for you, especially for my YouTube audience. Put that back on there. Now, I bought it on Amazon for $38.99 with free shipping, coming from a company called I'll just spell it out, BTSKY, and I'll go ahead and show you the website and whatnot for it. Alright, as you can see, this is it's actually a pretty nice microphone, nice and blue and everything. I like it. It's pretty good. The sound quality is amazing. I talk on TeamSpeak and Skype a lot, and everybody seems to like it better than what I was using, which is a Logitech 720p digital webcam. So I'll show you guys that as well. But there's only one review on it right off the bat. It goes in through an XLR connector to a 3.5mm jack, and I was a little hesitant at first about buying it, so I went ahead and bought a Audio-Technica AT2020 as well for it. But that one requires a mixer. It requires phantom power. Now this one can take phantom power as well, but you got to change out the XLR cable and so forth and so forth. But everyone seems to like it. It has a very good sound quality for it. And I'll actually probably review the sound. I haven't been able to listen to myself talk or anything like that here recently, but I'll definitely review the video to make sure it's right up to par. But so far, it's very good. A lot of people were buying the Enclave or XL van BM-800 microphones, which are exactly the same as this brand right here. As you can see, I did purchase it on February 12th. I was a little hesitant about buying this one. A lot of people were saying that you would either get ones that would need a power supply or require a battery. It just didn't seem like it would actually come with one that would connect to a 3.5 millimeter headphone jack, which is what this one does. A lot of people were saying that you would need a battery in order to connect it. But I mean, it's a good microphone. I like this a little better. It looks a little nicer, in my opinion. The whole entire package that it comes in, which is standard. I mean, you'll get some stuff from here. Let me switch back so you can see. You'll get some standard notations in Chinese that you can't read, and then you'll get the broadcasting and recording that includes the whole diaphragm, the output impedance, the impedance of the microphone. Then it'll give you a frequency response graph for it. But you'll also get a nice warranty card. Don't know how old that'll be. But for this microphone, it came pretty well packaged. Don't know if you can see the inside of it. Came pretty well packaged. Came with the mic, of course, the XLR cable to 3.5 millimeter headphone jack, and it also came with a shock mount, which I do like this shock mount, but I prefer the black on my stand because it kind of matches. The blue's there to basically act as an accenting point But then again, if you have a standard microphone mount and whatnot, you can take this off. Now, I don't remember if mine came with a little brass connector that would drop this down from its diameter to a smaller one to fit onto the stand itself. I think my stand actually came with one. Then again, I'm not entirely sure. I don't remember. But, yeah, that's about it for the microphone. I can take it apart and let you guys look at the diaphragm. The diaphragm's not very big. It's only about, I don't know, I got a ruler here. It's probably maybe about 1.5 centimeters or so. Maybe not even that. Maybe about 3/4 of an inch would be a better thing. But yeah, I'll go ahead and take apart the mic, let you guys take a look at it and whatnot. And I'll be right back. Alright, and we are back. This, like I said before, this is the BM-800 microphone. Voice narration, kind of didn't change my volume input microphone settings, so what you're seeing here that is voice narration over top of it. The microphone itself is about 6 inches long or so, give or take, plus or minus 1/8 of an inch. Comes with the pop filter right here. The base just screws off. Pretty standard, self-explanatory on that. The whole entire metal housing comes apart. There is a metal ring that gets stuck on top of the top of that metal housing. It's kind of brass coated, if you will. It's very loose, as you can see. It doesn't exactly fit onto the microphone that well. It kind of jiggles back and forth. It's not a very secure fit. Right now I'm just zooming in a little bit so you can see it a little bit easier. There are 2 screws that hold the whole entire thing, the diaphragm, into the actual metal housing. And I guess I was adjusting my camera's focus. There are 2 circuit boards on there as well. One of them is not being used, and I'll show that here coming up. It's just a standard condenser mic. Kinda not on the cheap quality, but kinda along the lines of you get what you pay for. There are some condensers that are a couple $100. And I'm going to switch out tools here for one that has a magnetic tip on it. You do not want to lose those screws. Just 1 screw on either side, 2 screws total. And you'll see here in a minute that the condenser isn't really all that good. It's basically a metal construct surrounded by plastic, but I mean, hey, I'm talking through it right now. It's good enough for what you get. See? It's about, I would say about 1/2 inch is the actual diaphragm, and the housing that's around it incorporates maybe about 1 inch worth of thickness on it. Just standard 2 leads coming off of the back of it. The whole entire impedance of the system is 150 ohms on the output. And as you can see with the metal casing, I know I'm kind of jumping around here, but the metal casing, it's just your standard metal casing that kind of fish lined, I guess you could say it. It looks nice. Right here I had something stuck in mine. The load impedance is greater than or equal to 1,000 ohms, so I guess if you can speak with enough force of 1,000 ohms, then you could potentially damage this microphone. The sensitivity on it is negative 34 dB plus or minus 2 dB, which isn't half bad on microphones. I've seen one that go down a little lower, but those are also very, very high priced. Right here I'm putting it back together, putting the 2 screws back onto the main body, and I actually dropped my green screwdriver that you saw a couple seconds ago. And so now I'm having to put it back on with that one. And right here, you want to make sure when you're putting it back together that the body is lined up. The 2 screw holes are lined up with the main body of it. Otherwise, it won't go in, as you can see here. I actually reach down there and pick up my screwdriver that is on the floor. It does have a Phillips head, so it helps. But as you can see, it just won't go in, and you'll have to adjust the body, kind of twist it a bit. Yeah, as you can see. Yeah, the body, if you have one screw in, the body will just move. So you want to make sure that it is actually attached, or not attached, lined up, in order to make sure. Right here I try and take off this board. I get one screw off and then I start stripping the other screw. I recommend not doing this. You don't want to damage your product and not being able to return it or get a replacement. See, I even tried different screws and it's not wanting to work. I didn't want to apply too much force. The main body on it it's made out of aluminum, but it kind of bent a little bit. See, one of my bits just got stuck on it. The main body bends a bit, so you don't want to apply too much force. Now, this side, it actually does come apart pretty easily, and I decided to go ahead and put in, before I even open up the main board, I decided to just take one of the screws and just put it back in, just to make sure that I don't lose it. But, only one of the boards is being used, which I kind of find weird. I don't know why it's not being used. I don't know why both boards aren't. They seem to be working just fine. Right here on the capacitor, it's a 45 UF 50 volt capacitor. And this second one that I'm pointing at, it's a 25 UF 50 volt capacitor on it. I don't know why I decided to point those out, but, well, a little bit of information. There's multiple connectors on the top of it right there that makes it seem like you can put in more than one condenser on it. And with the condenser having just the standard black and red cable coming off of it, the black and red wires, it seems like you are able to upgrade just the condenser. I don't know if that would be good or not, but you'd spend about $100 on an upgraded condenser. And if you're doing that, I would recommend probably going with a different microphone. But for $35, $40 for this microphone, being under the $50 range mark, you are getting a very good microphone for the price. I recommend it. A lot of my friends are happy that I have a better microphone now, rather than just a webcam that I would use. So, I mean, yeah, right here I'll actually measure the inside, or not the inside, but the casing itself, just so you guys can know what type of diaphragm, if you do decide to upgrade, it is. And that's a 36 millimeter across diameter for that opening for the diaphragm itself. The width, getting tongue-tied. The width of it is, I believe it is 15 millimeters. Yeah, I didn't stay on that long enough, but yeah, it's 15 millimeters across and 35 millimeters that way. Yeah. So, getting a 35 millimeter condenser and replacing it would seem like it would be a better option if you really want to spend the money. Now, I have noticed when reviewing this video and watching it over that you can hear a lot of background noise. So, I would probably try and find a way to reduce that if you're going to be doing some commentary, some voice recordings and whatnot. I'm pretty sure you can pick up my computer which is currently on, and well, that's how I'm doing all this. But it's a good microphone. The grill is nice on it. It's nice and shiny. It's blue. When you put back on the mic and everything, there is a cutout to let you know which way the casing actually goes back together. I suggest following that. Otherwise it'll slip, and yeah, just like that. It kind of locks it into place. You can screw back on the base just like normal. Easy access if you need to repair something. The only thing I don't like is right here. I wish I had a microphone to pick it up. But as you saw, that whole entire band moves. And it's just not very good. But there's the BM-800 microphone from BTSKY. I don't know how to pronounce that name. I am sorry. But yeah, if you liked or enjoyed this video, please share it with people. If you like the mic, buy it. I'll leave a comment down in the description. That way you can pick one up for yourself. And yeah, thanks for watching.